You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
If you think Will Smith and his wife Jada Pinkett Smith have a perfect marriage, you might want to think twice. We get it, they are cute. They've been together for a very, very long time, too. But if there's anything we have learned in these past months, it's that these two have had their own share of problems. In his new book, Will Smith revealed that he and Jada split in 2011, leading him to seek out a shaman who gave him a psychotropic tea. An hour after drinking it, he writes, "I was floating deep in outer space. I was trillions of light years away from Earth." During this spiritual trip, Will recounts sensing an unseeable woman behind him. He calls her mother and writes that he can tell she will never leave him. This trip left Will with one conclusion. If he looked as good as he was seeing, he didn't need movies to validate him. He didn't need hit records to validate him, and he most definitely didn't need Jada to validate him. Ouch. The couple's temporary 2011 split came only a few days after Will threw Jada a lavish 3-day birthday celebration, which he claims to have planned for 3 years. He put together a documentary about Jada's family, hired her favorite artist to paint custom-made paintings for her, and planned a lavish dinner with a 20-foot-long archway filled with photos of Jada. Fancy, right? That's what we thought, but it appears Mrs. Smith was not so pleased. In fact, she hated it. After the celebration, Jada said nothing. Not a thank you, not an I loved it, Will writes. Instead, she asked him to cancel the rest of the weekend's plans. The couple would end up having an argument during which Jada described the party as the most disgusting display of ego she had ever seen. Expectedly, they didn't speak for a while, and soon it became evident that they could no longer make each other happy, so they stopped trying. I retire from trying to make you happy. I quit. You go do you, and I'ma go do me, Will recalls telling his wife. Jada and Smith knew divorce was not an option, but they also knew they needed time apart. So the actor went on a trip to Mexico where he met a counselor who specializes in tantric sexuality. During their session, the counselor asked Will what would make him happy, to which he replied saying, "I would have a harem." The actor eventually came up with 25 women for his harem, including actress Halle Berry, ballerina Misty Copeland, and several of the most talented women and dynamic women across the world. But while this harem never literally came to life, it gave Will a new figurative perspective on life. He could love Jada and still be with other women. Well, let's just say he had some sort of epiphany. The couple eventually got back together and decided to go for a non-monogamous relationship, and it has worked out well for them thus far. Back in September, Will opened up about his and Jada's marriage, admitting that an open relationship became an option when they could no longer deny that they were both miserable and clearly something had to change. And while the actor has been mostly quiet about his personal life with Jada, Will recently revealed that it is not only his wife who has had an affair outside their marriage. During an interview with GQ, he revealed that Jada never believed in conventional marriages, and so a conventional marriage would never have worked. Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship, so she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up, he told the magazine at the time. He said, "And for the large part of our relationship, monogamy was what we chose, not thinking of monogamy as the only relational perfection. Though an open relationship is not what is considered regular in a marriage, it has no doubt worked for Jada and Will. Nonetheless, Will does not think everyone should go down that path. And I don't suggest our road for anybody, I don't suggest this road for anybody. But the experiences and the freedoms that we've given one another and the unconditional support, to me, is the highest definition of love." Okay, this is some deep stuff, and even though we appreciate their love, we've gotta admit that we don't exactly understand it. And we're not alone. Will and Jada take this open relationship thing a little too serious. "Y'all a little bit too open for me, it's not a good look," one Twitter fan wrote. I do think there is deeper disturbing going on between Will and Jada though. They have an open relationship, but we only hear about what happens with Jada, another fan wrote. Jada and Will first met in 1997 when the actress auditioned for a role in the popular sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Though Jada did not end up on the show, Will fell in love after watching her on A Different World, another television series at the time. They later struck up a friendship, leading to an eventual romance. By 1995, Will and Jada were officially dating. On December 31st, 1997, the pair got married after dating for about 2 years. Their first child together, Jaden, was born the following July, while his sister Willow came 2 years later in October 2000. In addition to his kids with Jada, Will is also a proud father to his son Trey, whom he welcomed from his first marriage to Cherie Zampino. From what we can tell, the actor has blended his family pretty well. So much so that for the longest time, Will and Jada were the standard for a long-lasting marriage in Hollywood. Fans looked up to them, celebrities wanted what they have, and let's admit it, we even wanted to be them for a while. That is, until last year, when it all blew up and we realized that, okay, maybe Will and Jada aren't that perfect. During an episode of Jada's Red Table Talk on July 10th, 2010, Jada and Will sat down to talk about their marriage. It was there that they dropped a bombshell. The actress once had an affair with singer August Alsina. She called it an entanglement, adding that it was a relationship, but she never considered it cheating because she and Will were separated at the time. Jada also explained that August came into her family when he was going through some physical and mental challenges. The actress wanted to help him, but apparently ended up doing a little more than that. And trust the fans to always weigh in. Jada started sleeping with August when he was only 22 years old and suffering from mental health issues, a fan wrote. Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and August Alsina's little fiasco just showed us that the celebrity relationship shouldn't be idolized as goals, another Twitter user added. In recent times, Jada and Will have made even more headlines talking about their marriage and giving insights into their journey over the years. Speaking on the harem, Will recounts discovering the real reason he nursed the fantasy. He believed that if he had more women, he would find at least one who liked him. But beyond this was another realization which he also shared with his counselor. If I can't figure out how to nurture and nourish one extraordinary woman, what the F made me think I could care for 25? The book reads. The memoir also saw Will talk about his and Jada's earliest days together, which, according to him, was filled with a lot, and we mean a lot, of intimacy. I started to wonder if this was a competition. Either way, as far as I was concerned, there were only two possibilities. One, I was going to satisfy this woman sexually, or two, I was going to die trying, the actor wrote. Okay y'all, this couple is weird, but as messy as they might seem, we love them together, and of course, wish them the best in their marriage. Would you consider having a marriage like this? Or is it rather a bit too complicated for you? As always, let us know what you think in the comments section. See you next time, and thanks for watching.